The next movie that I did was Marriage Story. Boston Globe said, "It's because movies like this, that with sorrow and solidarity offer witness to the muddles we make, can help us feel more connected rather than less to the slipstreams outside the theater and to everywhere inside it too." This is one statement that I would have to agree with. I believe that this movie was so well done. I think that this is the type of movie that everyone needs to see. I feel as if the actors did such a good job playing their roles that it was just not hard to like the movie. I believe that this movie did a good job with taking a topic that can be hard to talk about or listen and make it easier for some people to watch and hear. This movie ended up having me in tears by the end. The writer really hit home with making sure that the parts that were hard to talk about were really made into parts that were easier to listen or to watch. I'm sure that it's not easy for some people to watch, but I do believe that this was a controversial topic that was handled with ease and care and not used in a way that people would be mad about it being made into the movie. I see it as a topic that should be talked about, and honestly, I'm glad that it was. On Rotten Tomatoes, someone writes, "Noah's latest film portrays both sides of a messy divorce for once." I would also have to agree with that statement because I believe most movies nowadays are taken into a way where they only show one side of it. They don't show both sides. And that because this movie portrayed both sides, it made it, I don't want to say easier for people to get into, but kind of easier for them. And I think that this was kind of something to do with the time we're living in. Divorce is something that is happening a lot more, as sad as it sounds, but it's becoming a lot easier for people to talk about. So the fact that they're talking about both sides of the divorce and making sure that it's not just blamed on one side or blamed on the other is also a big part of this. The fact that it talks about a messy divorce, it honestly was kind of, but I think that kind of like how I talked about in the first one, they portrayed it in a way where, yes, they had the child involved, but it was important for the people to see that the child was involved, and I think it was important for the audience to see how things were handled. And I think that honestly, everything about this movie was done with poise and with ease, that although it did have many people in tears, including my mom, who I watched it with, it was honestly something that had to be made and had to be shown. And I think that with the time that we are in right now, it was a lot easier for it to be shown and for it to make such a statement.